I run the live, so but it will be a starting screen. So I just wait for it, and we can check. So do you see the screen well in there? I think so. Perfect. Yeah, you can have a look at the YouTube video. You will see how it will look like live. Cut maybe cut the sound of the video I'm sharing. Maybe. Is that hello, hello, hello? Just doing some testing. Yeah, for me it's fine. Everything is fine. Maybe. Okay. And let's go. Hello everyone. I think you should hear us now.
Yeah, I think it should work.
Yeah. Let us know in the
Welcome
chat.
to the. Yeah, there's a live chat as well, but we also record this for people that cannot join the live session, so that they can do it afterwards.
We can see people type in the chat if like one of us is super loud or something like this.
Yeah. Tell us if something. Yeah. Hey. Hi, Simon. Some French people in there.
Ah, cool. So yeah, what we are going to do today is we are looking at the finals.
Yeah. Of the
June tournament.
June community tournament. Yes.
Yeah, and we are pretty excited about it. I think it will be a very good match because both players have succeeded in many games before, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It will be pretty exciting, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Have to see some high-level play and get some inspiration for your own Mindbug play. Like, what plays are they doing, or like, are they not Mindbugging something that you would have Mindbugged, or vice versa?
Yes, and those two are quite good players from our community because one dropped only one single game from the World Tournament, and when I say game, it's like one game playing, and he won like basically everything 2-0 and got like every playoff matches won 3-0 or 3-1 for one of them. So it's Dominic that is from Germany, and I think it's quite strong at the game. He already won the first tournament last month, and we've seen it online. And Eropon, the French guy that is also the organizer of this tournament, and that made it to the final.
Was he a bit of an underdog getting all the way to the finals? Or was he just being modest when he said how surprised he was to go to the finals?
No. He did it all the way to the final. So
it seems like maybe he was beat some good players that people maybe didn't expect him to beat.
There was like a lot more good player. I mean, more experienced players this time compared to the last time. So I think it was harder. I was also part of this tournament, and I failed in the first round of the playoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, against someone that was playing quite good, and that drop against Dominic then.
Okay, so yeah, pretty cool that you also played there, Romain, and yeah, I think I will try to be there in the July tournament, and I will also try to convince Christian to be there.
I want to try and participate. So what's it like? So you have like 1 week to schedule a game with your opponent and do it?
It's a few days to organize the match with your opponent. You already know who is it at each beginning of the round. You know the matches you need to do, and then just find a slot for it. So it's quite flexible to do, but yeah, definitely I want to see you, both of you, playing a tournament with the community and see how far you go.
And failing in the first round, probably.
No, I don't expect this. Okay, so we can maybe jump into the game, and the camera totally broken. I'm just fixing the camera really quick. So it's a BO5 game. Okay. So they need to win 3 times to get into to be the winner of this tournament.
And was the extorter already played?
Sorry?
The elephant on the table, was it already played by Dominic?
It's the starting of the recording that came a bit late.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, I think Dominic has a very exciting hand. He must be happy about this hand, I think.
I think he is in a pretty good shape with the starting hand. Yeah, quite crazy. 2 ferret bomber and okay. So I start playing it. Don't hesitate in the chat to say if there is any issue. Someone is saying that the Discord link is not working. So maybe share it again, Marvin.
That's probably because we did a test and then rescheduled.
Maybe. So, we'll post it again so people will be aware.
I will post it again. Where did you post it? In the channel?
The announcement channel, yeah.
In the announcement channel.
Okay, let's start.
So already with the starting hand from Dominic, wouldn't you expect him to be more aggressive and have played the ferret bomber?
It can be with the 2 Congasaurus Rex. I would expect this, but he can also try to force the opponent to mind bug twice and then play out all the ferret bomber to try to.
We just got the Giraffodile as well, so he has a lot of recursion. Available to him.
Yeah, so that looks good for Dominic as a starting. I mean,
first ferret bomber hitting. Aeropon doesn't have a ton of responses, right?
Yes, not so much.
I mean, he has the Tiger Squirrel, which does trade nicely. But the 2 Kangasaurus Rex will probably be able to deal with that.
Yeah, it will be hard to deal with one. And maybe he doesn't want to start with losing 2 cards and then having this pressure of the sneaky. So I think he's thinking about what to do with this.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to mind bug here. And I mean, it would be pretty painful for Dominic to have to discard 2 cards from this hand, right?
Yeah, sure. But there is a Giraffodile, so if he managed to get it into the end, so Aeropon chose to mind bug, and he decided to just right away discard the other ferret bomber, like he doesn't care, and even the Congasaurus Rex.
Yeah, so he values the recursion very highly.
Yeah, but
he has a lot of recursion, right?
Yeah, a lot. But do you think that Aeropon should be aware that something is weird, that having to discard those 2 cards, like especially a Congasaurus Rex, you expect the other one to be in hand? What do you think?
I don't... Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is a pretty smart play with the Compost Dragon now, because if Aeropon mindbugs it, he cannot get anything. So rather than keeping the Kangasaurus Rex and playing it, just discarding it and pushing out the Compost Dragon. It's a pretty smart play.
Yeah, but I think now it's clear. Like he played at least you know why he discarded the ferret bomber.
When he didn't take the Kangasaurus back, he actually took the ferret bomber back.
Yeah, I mean the ferret bomber gives him a card advantage of 2, and also deals with the other ferret bomber. So
that's true. The body of the Kangasaurus is not worth that much. So since it trades anyway, it's a good choice.
But I mean, if Aeropon took the Compost Dragon, I think he have no way to do any recursion anymore, because only the Giraffodile to bring back 1 ferret bomber. That's it. There is no more the Dragon Compost to do crazy stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, he can wait and bring back a lot of stuff then, because there would be no more mind bugs, right?
Yeah, sure.
So Dominic is already out of cards in his deck.
Yeah. The ferret bomber is doing a great job at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and I mean the mind bug is also pushes, at least on the surface of things, the card advantage one way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he took already one card from Dominic. So now I think he will lose his sneaky card, like the Threat Bomber, because of the Hunter.
Yeah, so he has to punch with it, right?
Yeah. And so...
Yeah, I think he's considering to play the shield box, right? Also.
It could be, but I mean, it will still get hunted, right? So it still leaves a sneaky guy on the table that's hard to deal with.
Yes.
I mean, he could also play the Grave Robber. That's kind of nice now that his own discard pile is empty. And you get pretty good value for stealing the Kangasaurus.
Yeah, I think that would be a very smart play here at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there are some options to consider.
Yeah, I think he can.
I'm just thinking that seeing his mouse, or is it your mouse, Roma? I'm not sure. This red hand. No,
the yellow hand is from Aeropon, and the green one is from Dominic.
You did pick the shield box.
I was expecting him to play it just to counter the sneaky.
Oh.
And he's mind bugging it.
But it doesn't really count as the sneaky, right? Because the Combo Dragon can just hunt the Bomber.
But I mean, he will lose from this the Hunter, so he can play maybe safely the Tiger Squirrel then. Safely, I mean.
It's true, but I mean, he would have an uncontested Fat Bomber.
Yeah, so, okay. I think he was not expecting Dominic to mindbug this shield box.
Christian and Roma, would you have taken the shield box here? Would you spend the mindbug if you would be on Dominic's spot?
I would say maybe yes, because I really love to get this card on my board.
I definitely wouldn't. I think I have never mindbugged the shield bug in my life.
And
really?
here comes the Grave Robber.
I think I mindbugged maybe 10 or more shield bugs in my life, and they saved me lives because
I mindbugged them before as well.
Okay, so Grave Robber's kind of a sweet play here. So Aeropon's discard pile is empty. So unless Dominic spends his last mindbug, which would be quite painful, he gets this. He gets this Kangasaurus Rex.
Okay, decided to take it.
Okay, so he's.
Okay, just to take back the Gorilla Lion. That's okay.
I didn't see, so there was a discard pile for Europol.
Yeah, there was one. I think it will move in the middle of the screen, and the screen will change. The view is not so good on the first game. Yeah, it will be fixed on the second one.
The recording was a bit difficult this time, so next time we will have a better view again.
Better, yeah.
Oh, no worries. Okay, so this is quite the board, right?
And that's a huge board.
So what happened? So he played the Brave Fly from the discard pile and stole the Gorilla.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised to take the Gorilla now, but because it's not like with this kind of board and a sneaky and a hunter, you don't really need this pressure.
I mean, what else should you do?
He took the Brainfly from the discard pile, and that Brainfly controlled the Gorilla, so there was no other target to choose, right?
Yeah, for sure, but he can maybe take back something else than the Brainfly. I don't remember what was in the discard time. And we will see it. But I mean, he can also just do not mindbug this Grave Robber. That was a possibility.
Oh, I think, that was a possibility, but the effect would have been bad for him. I mean, he would have lost.
Kangasaurus Rex, you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it would have.
And you have another one in hand, and then the Jarfodile. So I mean, you're safe.
So Aeropon, I mean, there's a big army for Dominic, but Aeropon, he has the Yeti in hand. If you can just get rid of the Ferret Bomber somehow, I think the Yeti can just go through everything.
Yeah, you mean removing this, and then you can push forward easier, but there is this to remove.
No, I mean, you play the Lone Yeti.
Ah, okay, yeah, you mean playing this one and getting rid of this Ferret
Bomber.
Okay.
And then I think the Yeti can deal with everything in hand and on board.
Yeah, but he needs to get rid of the opposing Ferret Bomber, which is quite a challenge, right?
And that's what he needs to do.
Yep, not easy because the Yeti with this kind of board, it's so slow. You cannot put a real pressure on it.
No, I mean the Yeti only works if you can get rid of the sneaky guy. The board is, it's the days of defense.
Yeah, it cannot win a race here. No chance.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's not facing any sneaky. Can he play his own shield box? and try to get a trade with Ferret Bomber. I guess the Compost Dragon will trade for the Ferret Bomber.
I mean, he can play the Shield Bug just to get a good trade with the Compost Dragon, and then playing this Tiger Squirrel. That means, because here you just lose the first one, the first sneaky from the Compost Dragon, and then the second one the turn after, you have no defense.
But then it pushes with the second one. Oh,
yeah, because
that's an interesting play.
And no, I think that was a perfect play.
Yeah, he got like a 4 hunter.
I think Heropon should have played maybe the shield bugs earlier, his own shield bugs, so that his sneaky creature is at least trading. But
yeah, sure. That's why
it was not much value for that Tiger Squirrel.
No, definitely not. Because I think the issue for Heropon was not to have this Gorilla on the board.
Yeah, I think this is lost for Heropon now.
Yeah, he's in a very bad spot here.
I mean, if he can somehow do the Ferret Bomber, he actually kind of wins. But he can.
Oh, I mean, the Girafodile is like behind now, and there is this Girafodile that can bring back a lot of stuff. But obviously, he can wait for Girafodile and Mindbug it later in the game. But he needs first to get rid of everything from Dominic.
But Dominic will play no more cards, right?
And I think so, yeah, sure. He doesn't need to play one. And now, you cannot win this race. You have so many stuff to trade that you will be forced to defend.
And a lot of tough creatures as well.
Yeah, I mean, like it's...
Yeah, so he hunts the sneaky, right?
It's one turn for the Yeti here, 2 turns there, and then maybe 3 turns for those 3 creatures, and then you have like plenty of time to kill it with this guy.
Yeah.
So I think, like, if you are in the Dominic point of view, you see this Yeti, you see that you are still winning from there, you just push forward.
Yeah, I would just attack here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if he had basically any Hunter in hand, he would be able to turn it around, right? Heropon. Like, he could play down a Hunter. There's not really any way to deal with it from Dominic. He hunts the Ferret, and then wins with the Yeti. So, it was quite a bet from Dominic to spend his Mindbug so aggressively, but it seems to have worked.
Yeah, I think,
But I think what Dominic is thinking here is probably that he tries to find something that can trade with or at least remove the tough from the Yeti once it's active.
I mean, he does have 2 Luchasaurs. So I guess he can actually fight it with the shield bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the hand, so we know that he could just be pushing with this Ferret.
Yeah, it's super different if you see both hands and have all the information.
But I mean, Dominic, at least he knows there's no Kingosaurus, which is it's quite strong knowledge. Because it's a card he really wouldn't want to face. Romain, can you make it so that we don't see in the bottom of the video that shows the progress?
On your side, no, but on the live stream it is.
Okay.
It is removed. Yeah. So I think Heropon is searching for a solution in there, and
I mean, from his point of view, the Yeti still works in the sense that it eats everything, just loses stuff to the Luchasaur.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like just curious on why Dominic did play this card just to contest the Yeti, but he have no big threat for the sneaky part, so he should have just pushed for sneaky cards.
I think that there was a very good window of opportunity last turn to just hunt the Ferret Bomber.
And
to get rid of it.
Yeah, I would have done this also just to get rid of this guy, and then you are safe. Even if it try to play a hunter and then kill this, you have plenty of time to.
But of course we know that he's safe, but he doesn't know that.
Sure, he doesn't know this, but I mean, if you play this card, that to me that kind of mean you don't have any solution to it.
He mind-bugged the Luchator.
Yeah, so that's really strange because, I mean, I think he say, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe Dominic like misunderstood something about the win race, and he say, okay, let's take another one, huge creature frenzy to try to push pressure.
He's just saying he's definitely not winning without the Luchator.
Maybe.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, this card that can be a win if you get rid of this and this, but you have no chance to do this. So
Dominic is definitely going for the control approach rather than the life race. Like he just wants to take out all of your opponent's cards.
Mm-hmm. I think he understood. Yeah. He understood that like he have like quite difficulty to find a solution. So maybe he needs a few cards to get in there in that situation when your opponent can win. So he say, okay, if I remove one of them, maybe I'm keeping the safe way.
But what he is doing here, he's making it maybe the race situation much better for.
Oh,
why did he do that?
I mean, I think like he wants his Yeti online. Problem is, if he trades with
but I mean, he could have if he would have traded or defeated the. No, he couldn't defeat. He would have traded.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he could have traded with the Luchator.
You know, here these shield bugs make a lot of difference.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yeah. But if he's now attacking into it anyway.
I mean, then he just wanted his Spirit Bomber to die to put his lone Yeti online.
Yeah, I think that's the goal, to get the Yeti online.
You get those two defeated at the same time, so it's quite slow because you don't have the frenzy effect on this card.
But then he still loses the race.
But maybe he has identified that Dominic is not trying to win the race. So he's just saying, okay, then, I mean, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we see the discard of Aeropon.
Okay. You are right, Dominic is playing the control match here.
I think so.
He certainly is, even though he would have easily won the race.
To me, it's like he doesn't want to do any mistake. So he's just take control of everything one by one, without trying to just remove life point of the opponent. I think he wants to win by letting no chance to the opponent. Okay.
The shield bugs.
The shield bugs.
Here come the shield bugs.
Quite late, to be honest. I would expect this to be down maybe just after the first one. That would have been cool. Like you just contest on the same equality with the card of the opponent.
Okay, so now he sees that he's fine, right?
Yeah.
So now let's calculate the race.
I mean, there's not much of a race because Heropon can't really push.
Yeah, because of the shield bugs now.
And that's the problem with playing the shield bugs, that you can't get your Yeti online.
Yeah, shield bugs and Yeti are not a very good combo, but
yeah, the boost trade and now.
Yeah, now he loses the race.
Yeah, you just know, you just know it.
No.
Yeah, and without playing 3 cards, so.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so one for Dominic and 0 for Erpon. Yeah, I did not write the score in there, but I will remind it.
Okay, Dominic is one step closer to becoming not only the first Mindbug champion, but also doing it twice in a row. That would be very impressive, to be honest.
It's win 3, right?
It's best of 5.
Best of 5. So the first 2, 3, and having like with a run as he did, like dropping only one single game, winning this tournament would be huge, and especially if you do 3-0 in that final.
I really like the Rhino Turtle as an opening card. It puts a lot of pressure on the opponent.
It is, but you are kind of punished to some cards like Hydra, Snail Hydra. Oh yeah, I messed with the. Okay, in 1 minute it will be fixed. But your Snail Hydra and the fly, how it is in English, Brain Fly, both are countering this opening, but else it's really strong opening.
Yeah.
Even if you are like not the one with the highest power creature on the board, you still have a tough creature, and that's really important. And a tough.
Yes, and I mean at some point it could be the strongest one.
And could
be, now, so now we see a bee bear. I would expect a trade here, but we don't actually see that. Aeropon is laying out the Shaggy Crabdog Mummipus.
That's one of the funnier names in the game that Richard and Scav always find super funny when they talk about it.
My favorite.
Yeah, they the name was made. We were talking about it with Richard and Scav, and I think it was Scav also who proposed that stupid name, and then at some we were making fun of it, and at some point in time we said, "Come on, let's do it. Let's just do it. It's a stupid name. We
do it." One that needs like a smaller font for the name because it's so damn long.
But Mindbug is about those crazy things and creatures, so why shouldn't they have crazy names?
And to be honest, I like to play this card quite early, just to like avoid the opponent mindbugging this card and saying, okay, I don't care about this now, but later it will be maybe annoyed by it because it will become a hunter or a sneaky card. And
like you play a sneaky, and if they mindbug it, you can attack with the Shaggy Crabdog Mummipus.
It's a card that always gets annoying at some point in the game. It always messes up with something.
Yeah, exactly. Like you play a hunter and you forgot that you just give a hunter also to this card.
Yeah, and I think with Power 5 it's exactly in the sweet spot to punish a lot of hunters, to punish the sneaky creatures and so on. So
exactly.
It's a cool card.
Yeah. And it's like the best blocker of sneaky all time until now because of this 5 power. That's really hard to contest.
So what do we see here?
Luchator.
Yeah, he played Luchator. And Dominic left it to Aeropon, and then he plays a Snail Thrower, even if you have no target for it. So it's 4 or less, and you don't have anything.
So he's just using it for the poisonous to take out probably the Luchator, right?
I think it's preparing something because of this RP Mother there. Because if you decide to Mindbug, then you are kind of sure you will get it back, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of a... Yeah, it's interesting. I would love to see in Dominic's head here and see if he plays it just. He considers the card as just a bad card that he throws in there just for the poisoners, or if he values the card so highly that he really wants to have it on the board or get it back with a harpy. So both is possible. So it would be interesting to see that.
And those two are good counter. The Snail Thrower is just countering the card he just plays. So. Basically, it's good just because of this. But I don't know if I was expecting Aeropon to take it, to Mindbug it. Okay, so an answer with the Extorter?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect from, by playing this card now? Just removing one card from the opponent?
I think it's a nice play. You remove one card from the hand and you trade with something, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good play here because you don't want to play creatures with power less than 5 or so, and because of the Harpy Mother. And it's just a trade plus another card, and I think it's a good play here.
I mean, there was also the option of attacking with the Shaggy Crabdog with poisonous.
Yes.
So then you avoided getting stolen by the Harpy Mother.
But maybe you wait exactly for this, so you can have also Hunter now. Now this card has Hunter. Because he just plays this card that gets Hunter from this one.
Yeah, you're right.
So it gets Hunter. So now maybe he say, I want to target this card, you know?
Yeah, or
maybe even the Harpy, because it's a rare occasion that you can get rid of it without having an effect.
But the problem is leaving the Spider Owl in play, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we can just maybe target this one, and it's very good to target this now, because there is no more target for the RP mother. And then
Interesting choices, yes.
True, that's true. And then start pushing with your big guys afterwards.
if you get rid of this one, then you don't care of this. This one is dead, and then you can just push everything you can, and this one will be dead at some point, and then you just continue to push. So can be something. Now we have set up like 3 cards with power 8 or more, and 2 with frenzy. That means also if Dominic is a bit too slow to answer all those threats, it will just lose life point. But it's 4, so it's fine for now.
Flamethrower is actually doing quite good work here.
It's funny that Dominic has a very similar hand to his starting hand in the first game.
Oh, he takes it.
So he decided to take it. Okay. I mean, why? I think does it really think he will do something like also just attacking with the sneaky and win from this? Because it's now 2 here poisonous, and so you will at some point this will be dead, and you take at least one of those 2, and maybe you can avoid this.
Maybe he didn't see that it has Hunter because of this.
You see, maybe he didn't compute. I
probably would have missed it as well.
You're right.
These are good players. I think they will know this stuff.
Better than me, I think.
Sometimes it's quite hard to see all those stuff at the same time. So maybe he just forgot this, or just he said, okay, it's a sneaky one plus poisonous, and he can do something. That's true that now he can just decide to attack.
But I mean, the problem is it's Dominic's turn, right? So he can just start pushing with Harpy Mother, and Erapon eventually has to block that.
That's what I would expect now. Attack with Harpy Mother.
Yeah. And especially with 4 life point here, you can push it. You know that okay. Obviously, start doing this. You want to get at least one of those 2 cards. Yeah. I mean, in that situation, I think you block with this guy and you give this one to the opponent, maybe. But
yeah, I think so. And then maybe start pushing with the big guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
not too bad of a spot for Herapon.
I think it's a decent spot, actually. Yeah. Block with the Spider Owl. It's also very nice to get rid of the Harpy Mother. I think it's an extremely strong card that is... Yeah. I don't hear people complain about it so often. It's very strong.
It's really strong. But it depends. Like, in that case, if he did the trade we speak about, like those 2 getting defeated, then it's not so good. Even bad.
Was Harpy Mother in our top 10 list when we discussed about it? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think no, maybe top 20.
I think it would be in my top 10 actually. It's insanely strong.
It's insanely strong, but it's a bit situational.
It can be a bit slow. Like sometimes you can't get it to trigger. You start just attacking with it, and they just jump block or something.
Yeah, but here it's just blocking Erapon attacking with this guy.
I think block and attack with the Tusk Extorter.
Oh, yeah, even this one, because I think if you attack with the Stalker,
like he's gonna block it anyway, and you keep your frenzy guys. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that happened. But yeah, I would prefer the scenario we speak at the beginning, like just getting rid of those 2 and keep this card to the opponent. That's my point of view.
I think this scenario is better, but it also costs him a Nightbot. I'm not sure you're willing to pay a Nightbot for that.
I mean, now he gets... You remember the first game for Dominic? And if you see now this hand, it's like really similar to the first game. Like two Ferret Bomber.
And it's a lot of very strong cards.
Yeah. And like all those 3 together are like just discarding so much to the opponent. It's really funny to just get rid of your opponent just because it did not play any cards. And that's basically how I lost one of the match, but the match in the playoff. Like my opponent made me discard 8 cards by playing this guy. This Ferret Bomber, then this one, and then the Giraffodile. and then it looped for this like 5 or 6 turn, and it get me 6 card out.
But on the board, I think Heropon is nicely ahead.
Yeah, I think so too.
So he's choosing to attack with the Luchasaur, which
Yeah,
is
I would-
reasonable, I guess. I would have done the Touch Extorter.
Yeah, me too. I think the Tusk
Do you
would
expect
have.
this trade to be done this way? If you attack first with the starter?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, Dominic, yeah, I expect him to trade one of them into one and one of them into the other, but then you have a third one. I mean, I don't know. It would actually make a lot of sense for him to try and keep the snail thrower around. So that's maybe the argument why Heropon is attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't block.
He took the hit, so he wants to keep
two damage. He took
So he
two
wants
damage.
he wants to save this card for sure. Now you
Yeah.
know.
So then,
Now we know that he valued this very
Yeah.
high.
so then maybe it was the smart play from Heropon because the Tusk Extorter is easily blocked by the bear. Okay, so Compost Dragon. It's like a nice target for Mindbug, but Dominic is so ready with his Kangasaurus if that happens.
Yeah.
So I think Heropon will lose if he Mindbugs it.
But I mean, the value for Dominic is not super high at the moment. If he gets those cards back.
That's pretty good. I mean, what's he going to take? The Axolotl just to buy him some time, and then he has time to
the
discard all the cards.
Yeah, the Axolotl is quite good
I mean,
for him.
He could also take the Happy Mother just with the idea that will likely block out some plays. Oh,
Yeah, the Happy Mother is more of a bet.
Yeah.
Heropon takes it.
Now he runs
was
into
baited.
the Kangasaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bait.
I think this seals his fate.
It will be.
I mean, he is still lacking a bit of big guys.
Yeah, because
like-
you can, if you get rid of those two there, like
But Dominic has still
not-
2 Mindbugs.
yeah, sure, but I mean those guys are still winning against the current board. So
It's true. I think I'm counting him out maybe too early. Also, like he has 3 cards in hand. One will be discarded. So I mean, let's see. I mean, Heropon still has a lot of cards in hand, although Dominic has 2 mind.
but I mean, do Heropon needs to?
Yeah, but now he can also could also attack with the Tusk Extorter to get rid of one other card.
Yeah. But
Following
then I
the
think
same-
maybe you discard this guy.
But following the same logic from earlier, he would likely push with the Luchasaur instead, right? Because he saw that Dominic didn't want to defend.
Yeah, but now he has to defend because he's only 2 life left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It does this.
Okay. I mean, I can actually now see the argument for it forces the trade with the snail thrower. And if you get rid of the snail thrower, like the small guys won't be able to fight your big guys.
Yeah. So that's why maybe attacking with this was a good play.
I think it might actually be.
I think it was the wrong decision to throw away the Tusk Extorter here.
Things. Yeah.
Because it was the only way he could block these guys. No, they got poisoned. Oh, the other one gets poisoned.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now this one is poisonous as an
yeah, now
enter.
it's a bad one. Yeah, you're right.
But attacking with this guy early, maybe he should have forced some other trades.
Yeah,
know?
I mean, he would have forced blocks, but Dominic probably, I mean, he would have just jump blocked with the Kangasaurus or the shark.
Which would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Luchasaur may have been the attack actually. So he convinced me with this first time that Luchasaur was the better attack. Yeah, so I mean now there's another Ferret Bomber and 2 Mindbugs. So it's like Heropon,
So now he's basically out of cards.
I mean, if he just plays something now, he can get it played actually. So like, if you could see Dominic's hand, he will probably just play a bunch of stuff now until one of them doesn't get Mindbug.
But it's really hard to see that you are in such a situation.
Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah.
I think you can try to say, okay, if you have this, I can lose. Then just try to play some stuff because why not? Okay.
But I've been
What's this one, right? So now he just plays,
Yeah, he plays
Yeah.
it. Yeah, sorry for the Mindbug stuff in the middle.
he plays
Uh,
that, and that's game.
Yeah, that's
Now
game.
he cannot play any more cards, so he
Yeah.
really needed to play cards last turn.
Yeah, and that's a
But I've
2-0
but I've
for
seen
Dominic.
that more. I've seen that quite often in games, that when the opponent has a lot of mind bugs left, and you get that window of opportunity to play your last cards. If you have 3 or 4
Yeah.
cards left, play them.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
you're right. I think you're
there's
right.
a lot of chances that you run out of the options of playing them.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's something you could learn by playing the game at some point. Like just trying to drop something, it's better than dropping nothing later.
Okay, Harvey Mull and Snail Hydra is a strong play back, because now when Heropon plays something, Dominic can attack with the Snail Hydra and defeats the Harvey Mull without any consequences.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So now he gets a 2-for-1 trade, right?
Yeah.
Which is actually something you're looking for in Mindbug.
It is, definitely.
But there is a good trade here, 1 for 2. Yeah, so he can just attack, defeat this guy, and then there is a good trade for Dominic.
Yeah.
He's 1 card ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, again this guy quite early without any like
Bit of a
opportunity to
defensive
do
card,
something.
not really threatening anything crazy.
Okay, so the Elephantopus is a really strong card that you can really forget when you are playing. Like at some point you want to block with a sneaky card, and your opponent say, no, you cannot block because of this card. So
That's true. It's one you should not forget about.
yeah. So here, like I would consider being Heropon because you have this Axolot Healer and the Fairhead Bomber in hand that you may want to use at least the Axolot Healer to block, and you may think about mind bugging this Elephantopus.
What is this green thing on the side that Dominic is doing there?
He's drawing. He's just drawing, waiting for Heropon to.
I was expecting.
He
I was
Yeah. So I think he was kind of scared, like.
I would just play the Rhino, but of course, if that gets mind-bugged, then you are actually in trouble.
Yeah, and it's a tough creature, the Elephantopus, so it's not so easy to get rid of. And you have also still some card in his deck, and you never know, like maybe we'll draw like 2 sneaky or two lower, 2 cards with 4 or less, and you will be stuck in there. So.
I mean, okay, look at this hands for Dominic. This is quite miserable, right?
Yeah.
The hand is super bad against this board.
I mean, okay, you can play the Compost Dragon with the Snail Hydra deck. That's actually fine, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's maybe the best thing to do, and maybe you force the opponent to mind bug, and something is not so good in the European discard. So
it's actually quite a strong combo for Heropon, because like if Dominic plays a sneaky creature, the shark has sneaky, can attack, and Dominic cannot block because of the Elephantopus. So
this combo, we didn't talk about it, but
this is a very good combo. That's correct. So
and
so his plan must be to play a sneaky creature, right?
Yeah, but without this card, I mean, like now that there is this card, you are kind of forced maybe to do. You can hunt this one. So, you just make some space on your board to play something and not getting killed by the Snail Hydra.
But isn't it better just to play something like the Explosive Toad?
Yeah, that's a way to do it. Because
because if you suicide your shark, then you lose one anyway.
You will lose 2 in that case, not 1.
But in your case, you also lose 2, right? Because you lose the shark, but you didn't actually deal with the Hydra.
You can play the Axolot Healer maybe or something. I don't know. Yeah, sure. I think there is no answer, direct answer to it. So, but
even if the Hydra then trades into the Axolot Healer, you still went 2-for-1.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a hunter and the opponent have a Snail Hydra, sometimes you just want to kill your hunter just to
True.
be
It's
sure
a
to
play.
remove something.
It is a play that is easily missed.
Yeah. But now, I mean, you can just do it again, and then it will be defeated by the Toad, and you play this second guy again, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, he actually steals it.
And he wants to steal it, okay. So, I mean, he's quite annoyed by losing its Snail Hydra.
I mean, I think his hand is just very weak to the
I mean, yeah.
because he can block with all these guys, and he just has the mermaid, which is it's okay for coming back when he's behind the life, but it's not really going to.
I mean, yeah, you have kind of nothing to counter this card, in fact.
Yeah.
So maybe he said, okay, having to save the Hydra and maybe doing something with this card, because this card is always really good, because you can always choose to kill something. You have Frenzy, so you can force quite easily the opponent to block with it.
I mean, there's the rare situation where you're forced to kill your own thing with it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it can be one kill here, and the second attack of the Hydra maybe at some point that will kill this guy, and maybe this is what he is trying to do, because he knows now that he have a lot of sneaky stuff and so, and they will do nothing against the Elephantopus.
Alright, so the shark is actually hunting down the compost dragon here.
Okay.
Which is value-wise, it's fine. I mean, the only problem is you're getting the snail a bit closer to being online.
Yep. That's the issue. Yeah, he could have played something, but what? What can he play?
Oh, he just wrote in the chat, "Can I take it back?" I mean, I think the problem for him is that now the snail can just push.
Yeah, okay, so he was not thinking about this too far, and okay. But okay, Dominic is fine. He said, okay, I did not play, so you can play, you can revert the play.
Oh, okay, and I guess the snail can still push.
Yeah, and what do you expect to do with this card? I mean,
I'm not quite sure. I mean, it has tough, so it's quite good against the bomb. So probably he just wants to. I mean, it's quite good against Dominic's hand actually. So he just wants to push a lot.
Maybe he wants also to play the shield bug then. Get rid of those two, play the shield bugs, and then expect to trade with everything. Maybe.
I mean, he doesn't have to get rid of those two. He can just play the shield bug, right?
No, because of the Hydra that will do. No, you're right.
Most of them are tough anyway. I think
most of them are tough, yeah.
So the Hydra is quickly traded away, and then he can start pushing.
True.
Yeah, at the moment I would say Heropon is in a good spot.
I think so, especially because of like Dominic's hand. He really didn't want that Elephantopus to get the.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you feel the pain of the opponent, like trying to get rid of something that he played, basically, because I think just Heropon knows now that keeping alive the Elephantopus seems to be something annoying for...
So what happened here? So Dominic pushed with the bomb? Over?
Yeah, and he blocked with the... with any of the two strong cards, and then he defeated... He decided to defeat this one. I think he was scared about the combo because he can play any of those sneakies there and he loses right away.
Yeah. So it was even though it wasn't doing a lot of board, it was actually locking out of his place.
So I think he needed to get rid of the combo. And now he brings this back, so okay.
The shield box.
And I mean, it's quite painful for Dominic to take this guy just to save your Hydra and then maybe be punished by anything like Axolot Healer that will deal with the Hydra pretty easily.
And in that case, he would actually be able to hunt the Axolotl with the
sure. He can. But I think most of the poisonous stuff will maybe get rid of.
So being able to see Heropon's hand, is it correct to steal the shield bug? It might be.
Might be, yes. Don't think too much about it, but yeah, maybe you have to take it. Okay, playing the... Okay, this is... I mean, Okay, he plays it because he knows that if he mind bug, you can still hunt it with the hunter, the dragon, the composite dragon.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But it's a good card for his for all his very nice play effects in hand.
Yeah. So I think he
That doesn't solve his immediate problems.
no.
Now there's just a big rhino coming at his face.
Yeah.
He needs to sack his snail and his Death Weaver.
Yeah, that will not help too much to lose those 2 cards against this huge threat. And then there is this guy that came out and you cannot block it. So okay, so I think he will attack one more time because I think he want to get rid of this guy. I mean, it's fine for Aeropon to kill it. He still have like 3 play effect in hand, so. Oh, he did not. Okay, he did not block. Okay.
Cannot block, right?
Oh no, he cannot. Yeah, you're right. Oh, you see, I forgot about the Elephantopus effect.
That's what you said was going to happen.
Yeah, you said exactly that before.
But this is extremely threatening, right?
Yeah, now it's the Tiger Squirrel.
Okay.
And I think you need to defeat this guy. The Rhino Turtle is doing by just basically killing you.
Yeah, next turn it would.
But you still lose, right? Then it's just okay. You kill that, but then he attacks with the Elephantopus.
Yeah, but it's not frenzy anymore. But still,
that's true. And he can, when we see his hand, he can actually block it with these 2 extorters, although it's not fun to do.
I think he's maybe not happy about those 2 draws that are like at the end of the game not so good because it's quite slow and the opponent can just play cards before you do anything with those 2 cards. So I was maybe expecting something else.
They can actually challenge this Elephantopus. Oh, he takes
they can.
Okay,
but he doesn't get a play effect.
And he cannot be hunted. It cannot be hunted. And now he can just kill Dominic in 2 turns with it.
Yeah, but I mean, you already kill him in 1 turn with the Rhino Turtle, right?
Sure, but I mean, you have to deal with this guy and this guy. I mean, it's quite hard for him.
He's attacking from different angles, which is always good.
He's really kept under a lot of pressure. I mean, like, Dominic has some value in his hand, but he doesn't really have the time to use it. Like, I mean, these discards from the Tusk Extorter, they are quite painful at the end of the game. But the problem is there's just no time.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the Compass Dragon is a super powerful card, but now you see that it's not dominating, because if you are under pressure, it may be too slow.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it was the only out, the real out, I mean.
So it comes out?
So when you want maybe to... It's quite hard to say. You may want to take this one.
I don't think it is an out. It doesn't help. So your Harapon will attack twice with a squirrel and wins from there.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it has 1 turn, right?
And
I think it was the only one he can get.
Yeah, but now it doesn't solve it. From here you lose.
He solved one of his problems, but he still has 1 problem.
Yeah, not all of them.
It's so sad to see 2 hunters not being able to hunt this guy. So
Shieldbox makes a big difference again, right?
Yeah. And that's why he should have mind bugged Dominic. I think it would have helped him a lot.
So is it in your top 10?
I will put it just after the Shark Dog.
Right, so it's
on 32.
Yeah.
Come on. It's second, for sure.
Alright, Harapon pushes with the Tiger Squirrel, and there's nothing to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely nothing to do.
I mean, he can...
Yeah, he can do anything he wants. He can play this, but it's
Mysterious Mermaid would give him some time, but probably not enough.
It's true.
And then he could attack with it. I think that would have given him enough time, right? He could.
It is the play, at least.
He could then have attacked with the the problem was that there was jump blockers.
You can only kill one of the things.
Yeah, and they were jump blockers.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he can just block twice with the shield box.
Yeah, he can just block twice with the
No,
shield
I
box.
think it was not helping.
It's
Even
not
if you
it.
get to explode, you cannot kill both the rhino and the tiger squirrel.
I think he was maybe trying to hope that Aeropon forgot about his own effect, you know?
That could be.
And then he plays this card to say, okay, now I can block yours. And maybe Aeropon would say, okay, I will not attack with this squirrel and maybe try to win from this.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Good
it's
game.
2-1 now.
2-1 for Dominic.
Yeah. 2-1 for Dominic. So it's not a 3-0 at least for Dominic. And okay, so good end. I think both sides have a Kangarosaurus Rex that is quite good to deal with all the small annoying stuff. Dominic have a Turbo Bug, but no healing on the Aeropon side. That would mean he could be scared about something like a Turbo Bug plus a Killer Bee or a Sneaky card.
Aeropon played the Elephantopus again because
Yeah.
he made some good experience with it last game.
He say, okay, I want to win one more with the Elephantopus.
But this game, Dominic is more prepared for it.
Mm.
And okay, answer with the same Luchator, so just. And do you want to mind bug when you already have one card that is the highest on the board? Do you mind bug the same card?
It's never that fun, right, to have two Luchators because
Yeah.
if they had a Gorilla or something, it answers both of them.
Kind of, yeah. So I feel usually, my point of view is usually like, okay, I will just trade with yours, and then we continue playing.
It's a bit different for me if it's a Rhino Turtle, for example, because it's tough and it puts a lot of pressure on the opponent.
But if the opponent is also playing a Rhino Turtle, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, having two Rhino Turtles can be very, very devastating, but it's also very risky because every Power 9 creature just stops it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice part is like if they try to enter with poisonous creatures, for example,
exactly.
like a plated scorpion or something, you can just keep punching and go through it.
Oh, he's taking it.
We never saw any plated scorpions in these games, right?
Yeah, true. It was not there.
It's also a very strong card.
And so he decided to take both of them, maybe because he knows that, I don't know, he will have some trouble.
Maybe if he had the shield box.
I mean, with the Urkinoller, you can
We are mentioning the shield box quite often today.
Yeah. It's the MVP card of that final. But I mean, what about the Urkinoller? Like, you play it with the Luchator, and then when you attack with 11?
Yeah.
That is something maybe you can consider instead of mind-bugging the second one.
Not needed right now.
What did you say?
But the 11 power is not really needed right now. I think you can just... So, is it just put with the Luchator here?
But I mean, without mind-bugging the second Luchator, for sure. Like, as an answer, playing the Urkinoller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But if the opponent mind-bug it, I think you are quite in a bad position. Because the hand of Dominic is not so good for threatening. It's good answer, but not for threatening. And okay. So we try to play aggressively now, playing the Ferret Bomber, do you expect the opponent to mind-bug in there? I mean, maybe yes. I mean, no, not with the Explosive Toad.
Okay, I know what he wants. He wants that your opponent does not mind-bug it, then he has to push with the Toad to blow it up, and then he can make a nice push with the Luchator.
Can be, yeah. Yeah, maybe he expected. And there is also this Composed Dragon that can take it back. So,
yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't get that. He was very quick to discard the Turbo Bug.
I think he wanted to get rid of this card and try to draw something else.
The Turbo Bug is a card that is very highly valued by new players, but for expert players it seems not to be so highly valued.
I mean, it's quite an annoying card because you just let it there. At some point you just have your life point reduced to 1, and then you are threatened by Killer Bee, Sneaky, and all those stuff. So
yeah,
I think it's a cool card if you play it early and get the effect to trigger. It's pretty cool that the opponent has to keep one mind bug for the Killer Bee.
Yeah.
It can also work nicely with the Elephantopus, where you might actually be able to kill the opponent with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Would not expect this to happen, but yeah.
yeah, but that was basically the spot Dominic was in, so he could not have played that card, right?
Yeah.
Not easily.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
So he wants to bring back the Urchin Hurler.
yeah. But yeah, now Dominic has like something quite strong because he can push one once, get defeated by the explosive toad, and then the second one is like unstoppable.
Yeah, and I mean he also has 2 hunters, so even
2
if
power
one
5 hunters.
Yeah.
if one gets
Two
blown
power
up,
5 hunter. So yeah, that value a lot. I mean, the composed dragon being 5 hunter is really good because he can do a normal job. Okay,
it's
so we
taking
want to
the
get
hit.
rid 1 life point now.
so he catches in the value. I think maybe he has to be a bit careful. I mean, he is relying a lot
Yeah.
on just this explosive toad, and it cannot do that much work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you really want to spend this turn to remove only 1 life point from the opponent? Or do you want to try to build something out of this?
I mean, you are losing the ferret bomber anyway, so that's the only chance you can get value of it. So
It does feel good to cash it in. I mean, the snail would be a nice option now, but because of the Urchin Hurler,
Yeah.
it's...
So it may be good, but the
I mean,
opponent can
yes.
also decide to take it, and then it's quite... How do you do... If the opponent take it, like, you just let... you give this to the opponent, how do you deal with those cards then?
Party Mother, steal the small ones. Compost Dragon, bring back the Ferret Bomber.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe, but it will be painful. You need, like, once you give this to your opponent, you can maybe defeat, so both are defeated, then you need to bring back 1 more with this guy, to bring this, defeat this, and you play this that have poisonous to defeat this, and you lose so much value out of this.
I think it could be okay.
It could be okay, yeah.
Okay, so now we get the shield box. So these Luchadors are at 12.
on attack, yes, it's super powerful.
Yeah, it's quite crazy, and especially this one that is now 6 hunter that can directly hunt any hunter he can play.
Hmm.
So that's quite strong.
I mean, they're also well outside Kangasaurus range.
Okay. So
I mean,
now something really funny happened.
I mean, there's not a lot he can steal with that, right? Just the shield box, depending on whose turn it dies on.
I mean, like, if there is not this trade being done,
and the Urchin Hurler.
You see, now Aeropon have a huge opportunity. He attack with the Hydra, defeat this guy, and take back this and this.
Oh.
Not this, not the Arcanaler, but you can take back this guy and this guy. I think both are really cool. So if you attack with it and defeat this guy, it's really good for our opponent.
But I mean, shouldn't Dominic have hunted Party Mother last turn?
Yeah.
Only the shield box would be.
He should have done it for sure, because this one was 6. This one was 6. It was 6
also.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6.
And this one was 6 because of the it was a good way to go.
Oh, I forgot the shield box was also 6, so nothing would be
because of this. So he should have done this hunting, or this, or even this was working. He should have done this to not go for it.
So he can still do it if Europon doesn't cash it in now with the Snail Hydra, which is a bit of a hard play to see.
Yeah, I think it's not so easy to get this. You can also chain, like, killing this one, then killing this one, but it's kind of overkill.
Not right. I mean, it's very flashy.
Yeah. But here, okay, so he did not see. That's pretty sad. He did not see, because he wants this guy to be killed, but he can just avoid blocking, or
maybe he just wanted to keep his snail.
And the snail was safe because if you attack with this guy, you get the +1 from this guy, and then you get to 10, and those are only 9.
That would have been such a good play.
So it was
that was very difficult to see, Roman.
I think so, but
you can make a screenshot of it and make this another puzzle. I think it's
there is one puzzle very similar to this one.
Yeah, there is a similar one, but it doesn't. Does it also involve the shield bugs?
Maybe not. I think it involves one of them is involving the shield bug, but not in this manner.
Okay, so now he hunts.
Okay, so now we've seen it, and hopefully Dominic's seen it like the one turn before Aeropon.
And Dominic is right, and you can't take anything, but I'm a bit confused. Can he take the Goblin Werewolf? No. That's only 5, right?
No, he just attack. So it's 11.
On its turn, right? Yeah.
It's 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is 6, this one is 6 also.
Yeah.
6, 11 here.
Yeah.
And 6 also this guy, so...
And that really seems like it would have been such a strong attack from Heropon.
Yeah.
Especially because the snail is actually getting a good trade in the end.
Yeah, it would have been awesome to do this like in a final.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
But yeah, honestly, quite hard to see. And if you are concentrating in your games and like just focusing on something, maybe you miss this part.
I don't think I would have seen it.
I probably also wouldn't have. I think just because you brought up Roman.
Maybe, but yeah, this is really something I love to do, like activating the Hydra on something you have on your own board.
I think they wrote it in the chat, right? Just seeing Hydra could have killed Harpy.
Yeah, you've seen it, but yeah, and he said he did the big mistake.
I forget this one. Yeah, I mean, we have to agree with him, sadly.
Yeah.
Which may have actually cost him this round.
Yeah, because now if Aeropon did that, it would have been insane for Aeropon. Like I don't know how Dominic came back from this, but now, okay, interesting play. So he wants to get rid of this guy only once. This one will be defeated. This one, but is that really annoying for? I don't think so. He still has those 2 guys to push forward, and he can only defeat one with this guy.
But he can also defeat one with the snail, right? I think that this is a decent play.
I think so too. I mean, it's getting him back a little bit. And now he, if he managed correctly, if he can get an attack with the snail Hydra in.
Yeah, I mean, like he can chip block with Kangasaurus and then the bomb. If Dominic attacks twice with the Luchasaur.
Yeah.
And then bomb blows off one Hydra, snail attacks,
so
blows off the other.
He defeats those 2.
Yes.
He kill maybe this guy, and then you have a very good attack with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
you can.
I mean, Dominic can also choose just to attack once if he doesn't want to allow that.
If he attacks this guy, I think Dominic would stop.
That would be better, right? Okay.
Yeah, to block first with this guy, you mean?
No. It stopped to just attack once in that scenario. Would have been better. Would be better. But he decided to attack with the Urchin Hurler.
Yeah. If you do this, you just attack once. Like.
So now the one has to decide what to blow up with the bomb, right?
Yeah. Okay. It choose. Okay. I think he's quite annoyed by.
But shouldn't he have taken a Luchasaur? Can he really defeat so many Luchasaurs? I mean, maybe he's just thinking the snail will put in the work.
Look at his hand. I think he can defeat a lot of Luchasaurs.
Don't forget there is this guy. Then you bring the sneaky. You can do crazy stuff.
So who do you think is? So who's winning here?
I mean,
who's winning here? I'm
starting to feel that Heropon might be winning.
I mean, I play this guy. He gets Mindbug. Then I play this, bring back this guy, and then I win with this because you have only 1 life point. Don't forget this.
No, there is Kangasaurus.
You Mindbug it, and then you win.
and then there's Rubber or something.
So I mean, that to me that would be the play. Yeah, exactly. I would play this and just say, okay, take it. I'm fine, perfectly fine. And now he knows that he's quite annoyed, and if he plays this guy, he will get Mindbug. Pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, and like if he mindbugs this and is hit by Fairy Bomber, he would have to discard 2 cards, so he cannot play the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be also, but I think Dominic said no choice now. Okay, so
I mean,
I think he has a choice.
yeah, you has choice. I think it's giving some tips to your opponent, like no choice. That means you have nothing to play against it. But okay, yeah, maybe it was like just kind of lying.
Can be a bluff from his side.
Yeah. Okay. He say it should have taken the Rex. Okay. He wanted to take this one.
Yeah.
If you have to redo the game.
I think that really did allow Heropod to come back into this one.
Yeah, because it saved at least. Yeah, it saved those 2 cards there. So
I mean, the hunters were very important
and
for him.
It was needed because of this guy. In fact, to save the hunter.
Take this.
Yeah. And so now that's it. You play this, you discard 2 of them. The other one, it's a Mindbug automatic. And so yeah. Like,
that should be game over.
Yeah, from there, like so, it will
I mean,
lead
he could
to.
Also, I mean, he could also be. I was going to say he could also be tempted to check with the snail or something, but it looks like he sees the play.
Yeah, this is just a winning play in 2 turns. So
but attacking here with Snailhydra, it looks quite tempting, right? So I would guess that a lot of players would have attacked here with the Snailhydra.
Yeah, I think when he played the.
But I mean, if you attack, you just get blocked by the Luchadors that have 10 power.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so
it's 2-2, right?
2.
Oh, that's very exciting.
I mean, if Heropon takes this, it will be a cool underdog story, I think.
If I manage to bring back a 3-2 from this.
I feel like my room is getting darker and darker in the webcam.
Yeah.
Yes, or that's why I turned on the light.
I turned on some light.
There were 3 very different camera in there, like very professional.
Yeah, we are very professional. Yeah.
That's a very exciting finals.
Really, it really is.
I'm pretty psyched for this one. I felt like after Heropon missed that play in the last game, I thought he was going to lose.
Yeah.
So that would be it.
But no, he managed to bring back and. Okay, so Heropon started with the Rhino Turtle, and the answer of Dominic is the Snail Hydra. I mean,
strong answer, right? So now you would want something like a plated scorpion or something.
Which we have not seen at all.
Is it even in the deck? Who knows?
Okay.
Oh, he's taking.
Yeah, because it's quite blocked with it. I mean, when your opponent have a solo Hydra, and you have like something with a Toph, it's so hard to get back from this. You can play your Hydra, but then he can just attack and kill your Hydra first. So I think it's quite forced of it.
But this is a strong play.
This could be a Yeti incident.
I think this one has been very tough for Heropon.
But I mean,
he does not have an answer in hand.
Yeah, like absolutely nothing, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
if now he has either has to spend his second mind bug or rely on his remaining cards.
Yeah, but I think you have like 4 cards remaining, so you can expect something. But do you expect something to kill twice a Yeti?
Yeah, you need 2. You basically need a Scorpion or 2 other answers.
Yeah.
So
Fly. I mean, they can get mind bugged.
I mean, you
but
can.
Then he has to turn it off and stuff. But
I think he has. He has
to
to
start for Dominic.
I think he probably has to spend the second one. What also would help is kind of shield bugs, but
Okay.
it's
he
risky.
takes it.
Okay.
And this sucks.
And this sucks, yeah.
Now if there's a Corinthian, for example, but I mean there isn't. So what? I mean, like from Heropon's perspective, this sucks. But Dominic's perspective.
Dominic have this, don't forget.
Yeah, that's 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 super bad. Oh, and he sees it. Oh my god.
And you have no heal. No
Oh
heal
my
in the
god.
European hand, so no answer to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's writing in the chat. He knows it.
I
But
think
this is so cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bug really starts only from the first turn. It can go very wrong for you.
Could he? I don't think he can win the race because he plays
No.
so fast. He plays so fast. You
so-
see.
Now, he even gets two blockers. One would be enough.
Yeah, one would be enough, so he loses. Oh, it's so bad.
Oh
It's a very-
gosh, he's
very,
like
very flashy.
knowing it.
Very flashy victory.
And then he can attack twice, but he just get rid of everything there and just
I
win.
think if Dominic is a gentleman, he should win with the chameleon sniper, I think.
Yeah, spending the 2 mind bugs very early is very
Yeah.
risky.
It is. Sure
But
it is.
Dominic had the perfect hand to punish him.
Yeah, it's insane how he get like this escalate of power, and then he managed to get a combo with Killer B plus 2 Dragon Compost, like kind of a perfect game, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah,
and he's
that's
doing it by.
And that's
Nice.
it.
Oh my god, that's
This guy.
That was also the first time seeing the Killer Bee in action, right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see a lot of life loss. We didn't really see Mysterious Mermaid, Chameleon Sniper, Killer Bee, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It was cool they got some action in the last game.
I would love. How do you feel after this if you are Aeropon, like taking this last game and you feel like having nothing to do against it? I don't know.
No, I mean, I think he knew it was a chance he was taking. Like first mind-bugging the snail. It was
risky for sure. Yeah.
It was. I mean, the snail was annoying, but it's like you probably didn't have to mind-bug it or.
Yeah.
He's probably regretting that first mind bug.
But I mean, I'm not saying it was a mistake. Just that it's a bet you do in that case.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have gone.
The Yeti kind of had to mind bug, right?
Yes, I think so too. That was otherwise it would have been very risky.
He needed like a lot of top decks because the answers could also be mind bugged.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm quite curious of what could Aeropon draw from its deck. You never know. Like if you have played differently the early, like not.
I mean, like Plain Scorpion or Brainfly.
Yeah, sure.
Like, advances.
Yeah. Or he can also. I mean, like he can. If I just show the last screen again.
You know, Gorillion or Tiger Squirrel. I mean, there's some stuff.
I mean, this screen when he was. He got some chance to do some tricky stuff earlier. I mean, like when it was this scenario. Yeah, here you can maybe try to play like Elephantopus and put a lot of question mark on Dominic's head. Like, oh, did he get like something like a sneaky, and he will lose from it. Then you just start drawing your deck slowly. And also getting rid of mindbug of the opponent. So it was a possibility. I mean, like, I'm not sure you 100% lose from this state, but for sure it's quite hard.
I mean, there are some answers. Also, I mean, you have the 8 and the 9, so like Urchin, Law, or Shield Box could also get you in the range of challenging this Lone Yeti. It would be an uphill battle.
Yeah. So, but yeah, sure. This like drawing this guy after it was. Because he did not have the combo in hand before playing the Yeti, I mean.
Like, the Yeti...
No, he got the Killer Bee, sorry. He got the Killer Bee. But he draws the Compost Dragon, the second one. Yeah, when he played the Yeti. That's it.
Yeah. But congratulations to Dominic to win 2 tournaments in a row. That is
that's
quite an achievement.
Yeah, especially, I mean...
But also to Aeropon, I mean, it was a very good play and an awesome comeback after being
I think
9-0-2. So
Yeah, I
a
think
great,
it's quite
great
hard
lineup.
to play after losing two games. Maybe your mind is not in the best set, and
Yeah, and even then he recognized that there was a mistake he made in this match, in the fourth match, and he still pushed through and won the fourth match. I think that's quite good.
Can
Yep.
also be very hard for your psyche when you see
Yeah.
this mistake to not think so much about that, but to focus on the board. Like we were just talking about, I don't know, he missed this, now he loses and stuff. But he really kept his head cool and focused on the game.
and
Found
it's
the
not
line.
that easy. But yeah, it's funny that I think Aeropon told me that afterwards when he was speaking again about its game, and he was telling me like about this RP Mother and Snail Hydra combo, and he was saying, oh, you see, even two quite good player, because I think they are, maybe really good players they are, and they just both of them missed this information. So that means you can do a game saying, oh no, I just lose because of bad luck, but in fact you maybe miss like tons of tricky plays in there. So
I mean, it's a quite skill intensive game.
yeah.
And I mean, the fact that Dominic now won 2 tournaments,
Yeah,
is
that's
certainly
also
a tribute
proves
to
that you can be very skillful at this game. So
Yeah, I mean,
Now-
he obviously didn't get great draws all his games.
sure.
Now we have to challenge him that he will not win the third one in a
Yeah,
row.
so that's why you are in now. To stop Dominic. I think the next one will be called like Wanted, Dominic Wanted, something like this.
Yeah, that could be the title of the next
Yeah.
tournament.
We give a reward to anyone that take a game from Dominic.
So would you consider bringing any of the expansions into?
Yeah, so I think
Tournament.
the next we started discussing it in the Discord, but I really want to bring the expansion, the first expansion, the new creation, to bring in, and I think slowly also try to bring some new kind of a side mechanism like the banning system. We was speaking about this like from long time on what can it be the game with some cards you ban. And I think player banning some cards before they start each match, it can be quite interesting because you just lose from a Yeti, you can just ban it, the next game and say, no, I don't want to see it anymore. So quite interesting to see, what a game
There's
is.
lots of options. I mean, you could also do a mulligan with your starting hand from the unused cards.
True.
You get to throw some away and draw some new ones.
True.
Um,
Yeah, there is plenty of small stuff to do. But something I really like in the game, the game as it is designed in the rulebook, is those 2 cards here. You just reveal at the beginning of a game to know which one is starting. Here, it's revealing so much information. Like, for example, one of the games, there was a Yeti in there. So it's not there. So you can play something with 9 and do not expect to be totally destroyed by a Yeti. And here you also know the mermaid is not there. So you can expect a lot of play because players know that those cards are not in there. And the banning system is kind of pushing this forward.
For high level play, this really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Or like knowing one of the killer bees is not there and you have the other one in hand.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite strong. And yeah, it depends. Some cards, sometimes you just see some cards that are not really impactful into the game. But usually I say, okay, this card came out of this deck, so you start building a strategy by knowing they are not there. And
your evaluation functions a little bit in one direction or the other.
So it's quite strong. So if you know those 2 cards plus 2 other cards you specifically ban from the game, I mean it could be crazy stuff. Like I would expect something funny to happen if people are banning cards and what kind of
I
card.
think there's a lot of stuff to experiment with, and those tournaments are the early Mindbugs tournaments. Let's call it that way. So they are the best way of testing this stuff, collecting some experience, collecting some feedback from the community. So I'm really happy to add them step by step to this to the next tournaments. And if someone wants to participate, we will share the links again in Discord and our other channels as well. So there will be a sign-up phase probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I would guess, where you can sign up for the tournament.
I think we will open the sign-up. Sorry, go ahead.
So how do people get into the Discord if they are listening now and thinking, oh, I want to go to this
We
Discord?
will share the link in the
We can share the link in the Discord
in the description of the YouTube video.
YouTube video description.
And then you will find
so
the information about the tournament and all the other stuff.
Click on it. Yes.
And on the the link is also on mindbug.me. In the very bottom, there's a Discord link.
That's true.
Sure.
Cool. Then.
So it was
thanks
a really
lot,
cool
guys.
final. Yeah, thanks to all of you.
Really cool games.
Really looking forward for seeing you both participating to the next one and see how you do against Dominic.
It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure.
We will see. Hope Dominic takes the time to join again, but I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah. Hope to. Yeah. So
cool.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Special thanks to you, Roma, for preparing everything and doing the recording and so. Thanks a lot.
It was really cool. I hope people enjoyed.
See you.
See
Goodbye.
you. Bye-bye.